Alright guys, enough dilly-dallying, let's get right into it. Playing at the Wilson Golf Course in Griffith Park. This is a well-known muni in Los Angeles that opened way back in 1927. And I believe quite a number of things have been filmed here. Anyways, my opening drive was terrible. Tried to do a 7-iron bump here, but went way more left than I wanted it to. Now I'm 157 yards to the flag and I'm hitting an incorrect club. I pull it left like I've been doing and hit it way too far past the green. And this, I don't even know what that was. Just a terrible brain fart swing on that one. No touch on that putt and I go well past the hole. And man, Akabi, an opening round triple. Hole number 2 and already at +3, absolutely terrible. But then I proceed to hit this beauty of a drive. Now I feel like this is a tale of two holes. Just when I couldn't play golf any dumber,
just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Yup, I totally redeemed myself. 122 yards to the pin now and I'm using my gap wedge here. Solid strike, but I leave it a little short on the green. Now it's quite a long putt for the birdie. I tried to go for the lag putt, but then I pull this little number out of nowhere. Birdie at hole number 2. Let's go. You know, I've said this before in my last video, I just can't seem to be able to hit on par 3s lately. And this one is no exception. It's gotta be some sort of mental thing. Not good. Now shot number 2 and yet another mishit. Now it could have been a lot worse, but the ball catches the patchy rough at the backside of the green. It's quite a scary chip here. It's a downward slope. I was a bit too tentative and leave the ball shorter than I wanted it to. Now at this point I think I was a bit frustrated and didn't spend too much time reading this putt. A pretty good speed, but not enough. I take the gimme for a double. Triple, birdie, double. Quite the opening 3 holes. Next up is hole number 4, a short par 4 that measures only 331 yards. From the slightly elevated tee box, I used my 4 hybrid and I managed to get over the fairway bunker over there. Only 93 yards to the flag, but my ball is on an awkward lie. It's on a relatively steep downhill slope just past the bunker. Now I don't get all of it and leave it a bit short. Now I'm pretty pleased with this greenside chip, meaning I didn't chunk or blade it. It does land some ways to the hole, legitimate 2-putt territory. Now I already accepted bogey or double bogey on this hole, but again, somehow I pull this off. A 1-putt to save me for the par. Hole 5 is another short par 4, this time only 320 yards. Not sure why I didn't opt for the driver here, but most likely because my 4 hybrid was still on fire. Not the greatest contact here as it heads towards the left side of the dogleg, but can't be too mad at that because I have a clear angle and shot to the green. Now this is an easy swing gap wedge at 108 yards out, a solid shot onto the green. Now another long putt for birdie, don't think I can pull it off again here. I do manage to lag it well close to the hole. Slightly out of gimme range, but I go ahead and sink my par putt. Back-to-back pars. Let's try to keep this par train rolling. Did someone say par train? Time to derail and crash horribly now.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Oof, what a bad slice that was. Now my ball was still safe, I found it. The flag is located behind that split tree right in front. I'm using my 7-iron to try and get it through the goalpost for a field goal, but oh no, I miss wide left. For my third shot, I decide to bump it with my pitching wedge from 47 yards out. a bit too strong, and I end up past the hole. Now I have to putt downhill. I took my time with it, but it's another chunker. I hit the ground first on a putt. How embarrassing. Now what an awkward 2-putt that was.
Oh my goodness.
That putt saved me from a potential double or triple.
Thank you so much.
So I'm
Wow.
quite happy walking out of there with just a bogey. So I'm plus 5 through 6, quite pleased with that. Now at hole number 7 with yet another par 4. Tee off with my 3 hybrid. Now that's not the best contact, but I managed to end up in the middle of the fairway. Sitting 169 yards from the flag, I have a clear line of sight to it. But here's a familiar sight. The dreaded pull to the left. Ugh, so annoying. Third shot, I'm still in it. Don't get disheartened. And oh man, that's just frustrating. And that's even more frustrating. Sheesh. Let the unraveling commence. Now forget the wedge. I'm just gonna putt from the fringe here. Okay, let's forget about that hole. It's driver time. I'm quite pleased with that tee shot as I end up in the middle of the fairway. Have a 147-yard approach shot using my pitching wedge here. It's a good shot, but it ends up slightly left of the green. And this right here might be the best chip of the day. Really pleased with that one, giving me a great look at par. And this was a tough one to take. It did like a complete 90-degree left turn just before the hole. The tap-in bogey here leads to the last hole of the front 9, which comes with a warning disclaimer.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, you guys are in for a doozy. Strap in and hold on to your potatoes, because here we go. Here's a little taste of the old skied slice shot, which lands right by a tree. Now, don't need to be a hero and kill this punch shot, just get it on the fairway. But when I want it to go left, it goes right, of course. It barely goes 100 yards and ends up right behind a tree. Now, look at how I'm lined up for this punch shot. What was I even thinking? It's like I'm literally aimed dead center of the tree trunk. No surprise there. I'm going backwards now, but at least I'm in the fairway.
Stop! He's already dead.
Time for yet another punch out. Looks like I'm playing Mike Tyson's punch out. It's shot number 6 and I'm still not even on the green yet. And this chip ends up way short as usual. Long uphill putt for a double. Putt number 2 for a triple. And putt number 3 for a fabulous quadruple to end the front 9.
I think that's a quad.
An absolute disaster of a hole. So not an ideal way to finish out the front 9 of a round. You can see there on the scorecard that the middle was actually pretty good, pretty decent. It was just bookended by the 2 blow-up holes, leaving me with a 49 for the first 9 holes. Now, it was my first time playing this Wilson course, but I can't use that as an excuse. I mean, you've just seen the video, the evidence. It was my own mistakes and bad swings. Well, we'll see if I can finish out the back 9 strong and keep the sub 90 rounds going. And again, thanks for watching.